All right, we are out at Bashers, the Farrell Bowl Center. Donny Clayton is with yours truly, Gordy Kosfeld. Royal Ross had to go to the airport, pick up his son from a trip, and he said, "Do you mind?" And I said, "Of course not. We always enjoy visiting with Donny." And I see you got some scores there, fella.
I sure do.
Yeah, he's got scores.
I sure do, and you know what? It's way better to be in here than it is outside right now.
Well, you can say that again.
Holy cow. So scores for this week, the ladies, we had Sherry Borgstall with a 572.
Wow.
Courtney Schleiss with a 624. And Pat Wilker with a 646. Pretty good scores for the ladies this week. And then the men really hit it off. There's a couple big ones here. We got Don Clayton with a 714. Starting it off a little slow.
Do you know that guy?
I do. That is my dad. That is the owner himself, Gordy.
A 714.
714, yep.
Oh, way to go, Don.
Yep. And then we got Junior DeGroot with a 729 and Briley Howe with a 795.
Wow.
That is 115 pins off of a perfect series, Gordy.
I know. And how often does that happen? What's the record in this place? Do you know?
868 with Taylor Corner doing it. He went 300, 268, 300 the first year we took over.
So this breaks the record.
This does not. This is.
I thought you said it was 875.
795.
795.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. And the record's 868. That's all right. Yep. Pretty close, though. I mean, you don't see scores like that often.
No. Well, just think about that. Perfection is what, a 900?
Yep, perfection's a 900. Yep.
So 868. Oh my gosh.
He was 32 pins off of a perfect series, Gordy. Perfect.
That means perfect game after perfect game after perfect game.
Yeah, and that is really hard to do.
I would think so. Have you had some perfect games?
I have not. I've come close. A couple 290s, but nothing over 290, I don't believe.
Yeah, so. I came close once. I was in Rochester. I was with a friend of mine, and I just was in the zone.
Yep.
And along about the 6th or 7th lane after, strike after strike, the whole alley was...
Yep, they get quiet and they start watching
me, and oh my God, my knees were literally shaking, right?
Yeah.
It was just sheer luck because I'm not a great bowler.
But that's the beauty of the sport is anybody can do it. Regardless of age.
That is true.
Everything.
Yep. You even have handicap accessibility here.
Absolutely.
So if grandma or grandpa's in a wheelchair or has to use a walker or something, they can participate as well.
Yes. Yep. They can wheel it right down to the approach and have a blast.
Which is probably a good time to remind people that you're open, right?
Yep. Thanksgiving, we are open. We're going to do 4 to 9 p.m., I believe. So as soon as everybody's done, need to work off all that turkey that they're gaining, they can come right over and bowl it off.
And it's a lot of fun to get the whole family out and bowl.
Yep. A lot of people do it as a tradition. So trying to keep that alive for them.
Because like you said, anyone could do it, even little ones.
Absolutely. Yep. A little ramp for them. Watch them push the ball down, and might take a little bit to make it all the way down the lane, but once it hits those pins, they go crazy.
Oh, of course they do. That's the beauty of the sport of bowling.
Absolutely.
Is the excitement that's involved in it, the energy that's involved in it.
Right.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is super cool, especially when you get to watch them do it for their first time. Watch them hit those pins. They light up like a Christmas tree.
So is it in 2 weeks now that the Toys for Tots tournament is?
Yep, Toys for Tots. That is December 3rd, which I believe is probably about 2 weeks out now. So,
is there a deadline to sign up, or can you?
I believe sign-ups cut off next week.
Okay, and then you've got a Thanksgiving dinner that you guys are putting out, and it's turkey and all the trimmings, I'm guessing.
Yep, you get a choice of any 4 meats. We have roast beef, turkey, ham, and our famous ribs, which are always amazing. And then your typical Thanksgiving sides, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Stuffing's a big one. I love stuffing. And then all your desserts. So we're doing a pumpkin pie homemade and a homemade Reese's peanut butter pie.
Ooh.
So that one's really good. That one's a hard one to keep me away from, let me tell you. I can take down a whole pie.
Well, I got to say, I'm a little partial to pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh, I love pumpkin, but that Reese's peanut butter, it's so sweet, and that peanut butter just meshes so well with the crust that she does. Outstanding. So.
Ooh, I didn't even think of the crust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good addition to it.
So is there peanut butter in the crust?
I don't know how she's going to do it this year. That's the gift that we'll have to wait for, I guess.
Who does your desserts?
Courtney does.
Okay.
Yep. Courtney Schleiss. So
she's a dessert master.
Yeah, she's a really good baker. She's the one who's done all of the desserts. So if anybody's ever had them here, they've been made by her. So
fantastic. So come on out, folks. You will not be disappointed. Midnight bowling, is that going on tonight?
That sure is. 8 p.m. sign up. And along with that, you can eat one of her specials. We're doing our homemade meatloaf with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, we sold over 20 pounds of that in 2 days, Gordy.
The meatloaf?
Yeah, of just the meatloaf, over 20 pounds we sold in 2 days. That's how good it is.
Now
Homemade, fantastic.
My mom's meatloaf was really, really good. So what do you put in your meatloaf? Do you know?
We do a little bit of oats, actually. A lot of people do breadcrumbs. And then, of course, meat, a couple seasonings, some eggs. A lot of great stuff with it.
Sounds like it. You're making me hungry even thinking about it.
Yep. And if just straight meatloaf and mashed potatoes and gravy isn't your thing, we're also doing it in a sandwich. Comes on wheat bread with cheddar cheese on it and some crispy onions.
I can't believe anybody doesn't like mashed potatoes and gravy.
I know. That's a hard one to beat, too. So easy to eat. So good.
Although, to be honest, my favorite potato is a baked potato.
Yep. You can load that up. I like to eat them straight. I'll pull them right out of the wrapper and just munch on it like an apple.
Yeah, and, of course, it has to be made properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I go to some fast food places that have baked potatoes, and they never make it right. It's too hard. You can't eat the skin.
Yep. Oh, no. We're all about the skin. In fact, when we cook ours, we throw some butter in with the wrapper.
Yeah,
and
I do
some
the same
salt.
thing.
Gives it that buttery and salty flavor that goes with it.
Yeah, I did some on my Traeger grill.
Oh, I bet you that's good.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't had a bad meal off that Traeger.
Oh, I bet not. I've heard nothing but great things by him.
I made a homemade meatloaf a couple weekends ago on
There
it.
you go.
Oh.
I bet you that's good.
Oh, it was so good. I don't have my mom's recipe. Hers was so good.
Yeah.
So I just went on, online and found one. And
right.
So when I do meatloaf, I have a different recipe almost every time.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Meatloaf doesn't have to be the same every time.
No. Well, variety is the spice of life, right?
Absolutely.
My mom did not put any peppers in her meatloaf. I do.
Yep, and
she put onion
great.
powder in her meatloaf. I put raw onions in my meatloaf.
That's a good choice, too. Either of those are.
Speaking of onions, folks, my favorite pizza is the chicken barbecue out here at Basher's.
Absolutely. Got some bacon, chicken, and onions on it, all atop the barbecue sauce, our famous barbecue sauce on our pizzas. Homemade.
That's
fantastic.
what makes it good, is that homemade that barbecue sauce.
Yeah. And what's even better? If anybody likes spicy, I've seen a lot of people throw jalapenos on it, and they say it's only better.
No kidding.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not a jalapeno fan
I'm not either.
There's some people who love it, and I've heard nothing but great things throwing those on there.
Well, I was hoping that Jesse Armbruster, the head wrestling coach, would be able to send a couple of guys out anyway to promote tonight's spaghetti dinner event that they're having at the Faribault American Legion.
Yeah, and, they do this every year, and I'm sure he's super busy with it. We actually purchased tickets ourselves for it.
Yeah,
so
that's 4 to 7, I think, is the serving this evening, if I remember right.
That sounds about right.
Trying to remember off the top of my bald head. It's at the Faribault American Legion. It's rotated over the years. It used to be at the KC's when it was open and in existence, and it's been at the Elks before, and now it's at the Legion this year.
Yeah, hopefully they got a great turnout down there. We'll see tonight.
Well, I certainly hope so. But again, you get spaghetti, and it's got garlic bread and a side salad. I'm trying to remember everything that was on the menu. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think so, and that's a good hearty meal for anybody too. Not killing the books either, the pockets, and it's supporting a great cause. So
yep, it's $9. Well, it was $9 in advance. It's $10 at the door.
I believe it's 10 at the door.
And how many meals can you purchase for $10?
Not anything of that quantity, that's for sure.
Well, that's not absolutely true, because out here at Basher's they have a meal every day, a lunch special that's under that $10 figure.
That is a good point. Sometimes we go under the radar with that, kind of like what I just did there.
No, that's quite all right, but I just want to let people know I come out here, and I usually try to get out here at least once a week, maybe twice a week, and I have to admit I usually have the ribs, but
Right. Yeah, and you know it's quick. So
and it's under $10.
Under $10, quick, good homemade meal. And it's great for anybody who's on that time crunch in their 30 minutes. They can come here and get it in about 10 to 15, eat it, and go back to work and have time to spare.
I think is it 4 bones?
Yes, the lunch ribs are 4 bones.
Yep. 4 bones, and you get your choice of potato. And,
yep, a coleslaw and breadstick.
Yep, and
really fills you up.
These people are really nice about letting me substitute the coleslaw with an extra breadstick or a piece of toast or something.
Absolutely. Yep, coleslaw's not for everybody, but that's all right.
Well, I like coleslaw, but it's got to be creamy with Miracle Whip in it.
Yep. Yeah, we use a little different recipe in ours than Miracle Whip, so.
That's okay.
Nope. Yeah.
The ones I don't like are the vinegar-based ones.
Yeah. They can, if there's a lot of vinegar, they can be
but some people love
different.
it. That's the beauty of our country is the. So how do people get this Thanksgiving meal, Donnie? I don't know if we told them.
So they can call in, or they can go onto our Facebook or even our website, and there's a little code that they can scan, and it brings up the whole menu for them. If they have a smartphone, they can place the order online, actually. And if they don't, they can call in, and we'll write it down for them, and they can set up a time to pick it up.
And do they pay for it on that?
They pay for it on delivery. If they do it online, they can pay online. Otherwise, they can pick it up on delivery. So. Well,
that's very, very cool. And it's, a lot of people just don't want to go out on Thanksgiving. I know we have our community Thanksgiving Day dinner at the Elks.
At the Eagles.
Pardon?
The community Thanksgiving Day is at the Eagles.
Did I say Elks?
You sure did.
I'm sorry. I meant Eagles. I got too many animals on these things.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. You got the moose, the eagles, the elks.
What is that anyway? Going on right now, the Rotary and the Lions Club are doing a challenge. People buy their groceries at Fairway or Hy-Vee today. They have members that are ringing the Salvation Army bells.
Okay.
And if people will put their spare change in the red kettles, they're hoping to raise $1,000 each today.
Wow.
They're there all day long. So if you're going to make your own meal, frankly, I kind of like the idea of not doing that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because you tend to gorge yourself on leftovers or something, right?
Yep.
If I usually I take my community, I help peel potatoes for the community dinner, and I help deliver on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
And so usually I take a meal from their home.
There you go. That's great.
Although, this is a good deal.
It sure is. And what's even better about it is you have no cleanup. You don't have to worry about the dishes you baked everything in. You don't have to do the dishes for that.
Take a day off the dishes, folks.
Absolutely.
So how much is this Thanksgiving meal?
It's actually tiered off of how many people you have in your family or how much you want to go. So
what if it was just me, single?
If it was just you, you're going to be shocked at just how amazing this price is, Gordy. I mean, you're not even going to. It might knock your socks off.
Well, I did read the other day where they say that you can go out to eat for cheaper than you can make your own Thanksgiving meal this year.
That might not be the worst saying.
Nope.
So if you're looking for the 1 to 2 meal plan, you're looking at $32.99. You get 2 meat options, 2 sides, and 2 slices of pie. Or if you want to purchase a whole pie, you can do that too. And your meat options, again, are the famous ribs, our smoked applewood carved ham, which is always great, our oven roasted turkey, or a slow cooked roast beef. And let me tell you, that is a gem in a haystack. It is outstanding. Now, you don't taste something as juicy as that. And then for your side options, you get green bean casserole, corn.
Is the green bean casserole got bacon in it?
It does not. It does not. Not everybody likes bacon, Gordy.
They don't?
I know. It's hard to believe. It's insane. But you know what? That's all right, because they can throw bacon in at home if they want.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing, was there cream of mushroom soup in it? Or?
Absolutely. Yep. And our fried onions on top and strawed green beans.
Oh, sure.
Green
That's
beans.
kind of your traditional green bean casserole.
I love green bean casserole. I could eat that for weeks at a time.
But I like bacon in mine.
Yep. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty of food, is you can do it your way anyway.
Yeah. I could take it home and put bacon in it.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a big yawn that young man just did.
He's all suited up to go attack the Yetis outside. It's so cold.
It is cold. There's no question that it's cold.
No.
And unfortunately, Jesse obviously did not come out and did not send any of his wrestlers out. But that event is going on 4 to 7 this evening. Also, I did text Willie Clapp and ask if some of the ladies could come out and talk about their experiences at the state cross country meet. Of course, we had them out here before the meet.
Yep, I do remember
talking
that.
about going to the meet.
Yep.
But we haven't had them on yet to talk about their experiences at the meet.
Yep. Do you know how they did at the meet?
They finished, I think, 15th out of the 16 teams in their class.
Okay.
But there's only 2 per section.
Okay.
So to be one of 16 teams in the entire state,
that's pretty good.
I'd say it's pretty good.
Yep, that's a win in all of its own. So
they had 2 ladies that finished in the top 60.
Wow, that's really good.
You know, and there's 7 runners per team times 16. What do you know their math pretty well?
That's pumping up way up there. You're looking at 132 or something like that, 42
so,
maybe.
If you're in the top 60, I'd say you're doing pretty good.
Right, absolutely.
I think their top finisher was 52nd.
That's really good.
And I might have that wrong. So if the ladies come out, they can tell us.
Right, they got to come out and correct us.
We would like to have that. We're kind of between seasons here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get anybody out here next week because it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend, but we're certainly going to do our due diligence of letting people know we're here anyway.
Absolutely.
And we don't necessarily have to talk about sports, right? We've had DECA people out here. We've had speech team people out here.
Yep.
We've had play people, theater people on our program.
Wow.
So any extracurricular we want you out here. Band, choir.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yeah. I'd love to see the band come out and play over the microphone for you.
Oh, you think so?
I think that'd be kind of cool.
The whole band?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the space here. You got 16 lanes. Again, 16 lanes of open bowling for Thanksgiving, Gordy.
16.
That's over 16 families that can come in. Because we'll probably have the restaurant open, too.
Well, as long as we're sitting here talking about this, you do the same thing on Christmas, right?
We sure do.
Is it
Christmas
open
is
New
huge.
Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve it is. Yep. We do a celebration on New Year's every hour starting at 8 p.m.
No kidding.
Yep. Just for the kids who can't make it all the way to midnight.
Before I became legal drinking age, that's what a couple friends of mine and I did on New Year's Eve. We'd go bowling.
There you go.
We go to. I grew up in Spring Valley. It has a little 4-lane bowling alley.
Yeah, 4-lane.
So, we went to Rochester to bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was a bigger place, right?
Right.
When we got of driving age,
right,
16 and older. And on New Year's Eve, we'd go up there and bowl, and it was fun.
Yeah, it's a great time. Great time. You gotta love it.
So you got fake champagne, I'm assuming, for the kids.
Yep, and real champagne that we pass out for anybody older 21 who wants to drink.
Are you a champagne guy?
I am not a champagne guy.
Me either.
Yeah, that's all right. You save that for the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a sip or something, glass on New Year's Eve, but that's about it. I have no desire to have a whole bottle.
Yeah, no, it's too much for me too.
And then I'm guessing, as long as we've got time to talk here, prime rib.
It will be coming back. You'll just have to wait, Gordy. I know you've been waiting for a while, but it's coming back.
All right, awesome. And that's going to be on the menu for New Year's Eve?
I'm going to imagine so. Usually we have our super nice New Year's Eve meal. Usually one of the options is our prime rib, and they probably get a choice between a queen or a king cut. Have you ever been able to eat a whole king cut, Gordy?
Well, when I was young, but that's a long time ago. I'm more of a queen guy now.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
What's the difference?
Difference in size. I think you're looking at a queen is around 14 to 16 ounces, and your king is probably somewhere around 18 to 20, I believe. That's how we do it anyway.
There was a restaurant in southern Minnesota that had, I forget what they called it. I think it was called their Trucker Steak Special.
Okay.
32 ounces of steak.
That's like 3 meals for me.
I couldn't do it. I never could do it. Even when I was young, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, that would be one that I'd save for a couple days at a time. You know, eat a good chunk here and there. 8 ounces would get me 4 servings roughly.
Do you have steak on your menu currently?
I do. Yep, we have a steakhouse dinner. That sold pretty well last night, along with our fish fry. That happens every Friday night.
The fish out here, folks, I'm not kidding. If you've never been to Basher's and had their fish, I guarantee if you come out and try it just once,
you'll love it.
You'll be hooked.
Yep. It's not like any other fish around. No. Everybody else is kind of a hard batter on it, a lot of batter on it.
This is light and delicious.
Yep, a little crispy if you want. Mm-hmm. And it's just flaky and amazing.
And the homemade tartar sauce.
The homemade tartar sauce does go with it.
Oh, it's out of this world good.
It is very good. Very good.
I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here with you. I brought a friend of mine over from Kenyon one night for the fish fry, and
my goodness,
he was floored.
Loved it. I remember that. He wanted more and more and more.
He was floored, and he was going to bring his wife over.
Yeah, I'm sure they've probably come in a couple times.
I'll bet.
Oh yeah,
because it is really good, and it's every Friday night.
Every single Friday night, regardless of holiday, it's always here. And ready to go.
And it's so delicious.
It is. Yep. Again, nothing around compares to it because it's just so light, so flaky. Everybody else's batter is thick. And not everybody likes thick on their fish, Gordy.
No. Well, is this beer batter?
It is not a beer batter.
Okay.
Not on the fish.
I mean, some people do that.
Yes. Yep. Some people do. That is not the recipe that we use, though.
That's fine. It's perfect. Don't change it.
Nope, I have no intentions to.
Don't change it. This place is bustling with activity on Friday night.
Yes, yep. Friday nights are a big one for us, especially coming with the bowling. A lot of people love to bring in their family, load up on our fish fry, and then go work it off bowling.
Do you honestly sell more fish on Fridays than ribs?
Absolutely.
Even though this place is known for its ribs?
Yep. Fish, our Fridays are crazy with fish.
Do you have a special ribs night?
Thursdays, we're all you can eat. The price of ribs right now is up, so we're stepped down from that right now. But as soon as it comes back down, we'll go back to it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose you've been hit by that too.
Yep. Price of everything. But that hasn't changed the quality of our food. So we love to see that.
Of course. It's delicious, a meal at Basher's. And by the way, you can come out right now and have breakfast, and breakfast out here is really good.
Yeah. One of the last restaurants doing it now, us, Perkins, and I think there might be one other. Everybody else has stepped away from it again.
Refresh our memory. Serving time is?
9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
9 to noon. Come on out and have a
Saturdays
delicious
and Sundays.
breakfast. Pancakes.
All homemade again.
French toast.
Yep.
You put chocolate chips in your pancakes?
You can. I'm more of a blueberry guy myself.
Me too.
I love blueberries. Blueberry syrup on it.
So do I.
Oh.
Do you have blueberry syrup out here, really?
I do not.
Oh.
I want to. I love to get it out here, but
yeah, the strawberry syrup too, pretty good.
Yep. I haven't had much of the strawberry syrup, but the blueberry. I'm such a big blueberry guy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, me too. I love blueberries.
Yeah,
and they're good for you too.
They are very good for you. Very good.
So are strawberries. Do you have a fruit plate for breakfast?
I do not. Not yet. That is coming though. There's a couple things that are going to be added pretty soon here. To both our breakfast and a regular menu.
The soups out here are phenomenal too, folks. They're homemade soups.
All homemade. Yep. This week we're having a cheesy ham and potato.
Oh, but that's good.
Yeah, I had 4 bowls for lunch the other day. It was so good. It's outstanding. All of our soups are great.
Yes,
we had chicken wild rice last week.
And
love our chicken wild rice.
Their chicken wild rice is not brothy.
No, it's not.
It's creamy.
Yes, it is.
Which is the way I like it. Some people probably like it brothy. I'm not a brothy soup guy.
Nope, I'm not either. I'm more of the cream-based soup, personally. And I love it. All of our stuff is outstanding here.
Yes, it is. And reasonably priced, too. Frankly, I don't know how they do it. I mean, to have that lunch with the ribs for under $10.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't.
Try to keep the price low. Keep the customers happy with their amazing food if they weren't already happy enough with that. And just want to see people in here and loving it.
You know, because you could probably charge another $5 for that and nobody would flinch.
Probably not.
That
but,
lunch.
you know, that's why a lot of people come here for lunch.
Sure, absolutely. So it's not going to break the pocketbook, and
Absolutely
going home
not.
and making something, and as Donnie said, cleaning up. That's the thing I hate the
Ew.
most.
Yep.
Best investment I ever made in my life probably was my dishwasher.
Yeah, those things are great. Pop it in and go regardless of what it looks like, and it'll come out clean.
My dad tried for years to buy my mom a dishwasher, either for a wedding anniversary or a birthday or something, and she always told him, no, I like washing dishes by hand.
Boy, was she missing out.
Yeah, well, I thought so. I thought so, but whatever. I mean, I don't know why you kept doing it. After a while, you'd kind of learn, wouldn't you?
Right, you'd think so, but some people enjoyed the hard work. That's what they based their lives around.
And she wanted no help either.
Wow.
Growing up, us kids, you know, most parents, they have chores for their kids in terms
Right.
of that sort of thing.
Right.
She wanted nobody helping her with dishwashing.
Really? So she did all the drying and everything, huh?
She did that, yep.
Wow.
Now, once in a while, you could probably help her dry, but she had things her way, and she knew where everything went.
Yep. That's a big thing. You want to know where everything's at in your home.
Yep. So come on out, folks, Bashers. You'll never get a bad meal. I guarantee it. I always tell people, if you get a bad meal out here, I'll pay for it.
I'd love to do that.
Because I don't think you'll get a bad meal out here.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
They're delicious, fantastic. I like the variety on the menu. We didn't even touch on the variety that you
We
have
got
out here.
a little bit of everything. Steak, shrimp, fish, ribs, burgers,
Which is good.
chicken.
I like that. Although they do,
Absolutely.
like I say, they specialize in those ribs.
Yep, they are outstanding.
And you're going to think I'm crazy, folks. A lot of people think I'm crazy. The best pizza in town is here with that chicken barbecue and that barbecue base with your barbecue sauce.
It's outstanding. Being from Chicago, it was definitely a little weird for us to hear that, but man, when we tried it, we fell in love with it. It was just great.
I had to make a taco pizza for me once out here, too, that was really good.
Yep, our taco pizzas. We can do breakfast pizzas, too. Throw nacho cheese as a base, scrambled egg on it, sausage, bacon if you want.
You know what I'm doing when we're done with this show, folks? I'm going to eat.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
I'm going to eat out here at Bashers', and you can come out, too. Before noon, you get yourself a great breakfast, the French toast with the apple in it.
Oh, the apple cinnamon bread. That stuff is good.
It's my favorite.
Oh, it's so
all-time
good.
favorite.
So good.
But I'm kind of hungry for meat, so we'll see what I get here. Maybe some bacon and eggs or something.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that either.
Thanks,
Good
Donnie,
choice.
for filling in here this week.
Yep, thanks for having me out again.
Certainly
Love to
do
see it.
appreciate it, and
Absolutely.
hopefully next weekend we'll get some kids out here. I always enjoy visiting with kids at Bashers', the Faribault Center, your radio home for the Faribault Coaches Show.
Download the free KDA